everyone. I'm here for just like a little chat, a little witchy ramble in response to Joey Morris and Benabel Wen's video, and also Katie Flowers made a video about this. And this subject comes up, it comes up every so often within any community, really. The subject of dealing with negativity. So this is something in kind of the tarot witch community people are talking about. I've seen it talked about in the goth community. It seems to come up if you're online and you have a platform, no matter how small you are. People, you have to deal with negativity, unfortunately, to a certain extent. So I'm going to give you my thoughts about that. I've got my Pusheen mug here. It looks like coffee, but it's actually Pepsi. Yeah, so I have my cup. I was going to talk about my hair. My rainbow is fading, as you can see. Also, these bangs are really long, so I'm just like, I don't know what to do with them anymore. I don't know what to do. I've got my roots are coming in, as I'm sure they are for everybody. This whole quarantine hair situation, please excuse it. I actually have a appointment with my hairdresser next week, but I'm going to see how things go because I am really, really nervous about going out, and I don't want to put anyone else at risk either. So I feel like if she's nervous, then I'm okay. Like, this is just hair. It's just hair. I'm not one of those crazy people who demanding a haircut to it's just hair. It'll be fine. Anyway, off topic. Let's get back. Video response. Negativity in the community. This happens. I think, like I said, if you are a content creator, so whether you're on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever it is, unfortunately, there's going to be some nasty people out there. And I kind of categorize the negative comments into different categories. Unfortunately, I'm a small little potato in the YouTube world, so it's not like the people who have, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers who unfortunately get an awful lot of it, because the more people you have following you, unfortunately, attracts more trolls, right? So I don't get a ton of it. The vast majority of comments I get are great and wonderful, and I love to see them. So I don't think I've had quite the same experience as maybe some other people who are a little bigger in the community have had. But I still do get them, and I kind of categorize them into different things. So the first one is personal, and so I don't really get that, but if you look at my videos, you will notice that every video has at least one thumbs down, and that is because there is a person who, they don't really know me, but because they don't like someone in my sphere, they go on every day onto my website and then onto my YouTube, and they click a thumbs down. So that one I just laugh about, because I, first of all, admire their dedication to do this every day, but also they don't realize they're helping me. See, every thumbs up or thumbs down you get, or every comment, is considered engagement by YouTube. So they have actually provided me with a lot of engagement over the past couple of years. But watch, look down, there'll be one or two dislikes on every single one, and I know exactly who these two people are, and they do it every day, and it's actually really hilarious. So stuff like that, where I know why the person's doing it, I actually don't take it personally, even though it is personal, because the person doesn't actually really know me, and they're just mad at someone else, and it's kind of crazy. So I just laugh at it. It's kind of funny. So look, you'll see the one or two thumbs down. Yeah, very funny. The next that I get is just stupid trolls. People who are like, you look dumb. I hate your hair. Your hair is silly. You wear too much makeup. Why are you always wearing black? You look awful. Like the lowest common denominator personal attack that you can do. And these people are obviously just filled with negativity and rage, and they just spew it at whoever. It doesn't have to be me. It can be anybody out there in the online world. They will just hurl whatever stupid thing they think will get to you. And quite frankly, I'm I don't care if you think I'm ugly. There's literally millions and millions and millions of people you can watch on YouTube. Why would they even waste their time? The second thing that I get, and this is the third thing I should say, and this is the most common of them, is people telling me I'm going to go to hell or to convert, or, like basically like sort of religious kooks, so to speak. Not to say that everybody who's religious is a kook, because, most people that are sincere in their faith, whatever that is, aren't going to bother you and aren't going to like say crazy things to you, right? These are people who are so insecure in their own faith that they feel the need to push it onto other people, out there that they don't know in the online world. So again, I tend to just like delete and block those people. If somebody has like a non-offensive comment, like they're just like, oh, you should believe in Jesus, but they're not, like offensive, like whatever. But I don't really take those personally either, because that's about that person having this strange agenda and about their insecurities. It's has nothing to do with me or my relationship with spirit, the universe, whatever. That's about them. So again, delete and block is my friend, delete and block, right? And then I think there's another category of negative comments that, I think is more serious. And I'm fortunate that I have not gotten a lot of these, but I know that there's other people who have. And I think this is like the most serious of them. And that is like where you get trolls who aren't just, saying, oh, you're fat or ugly or whatever stupid thing it comes out of their mouth, but the people who like actively like really try to attack another person online, where they're saying things like you should kill yourself, or you should I hope that you die, and I've gotten the odd one, but not a lot. And I could see if you get a lot of them, we're not made of stone. I think that it would get to a lot of people. And I have like no understanding of why anyone would go online and spew this at other people across the world, other than they must be very sick, and they must be very racked with their own self-hatred, or they get a crazy sense of power from this because they feel so disempowered in their own lives. And it's horrible, and it's sad, and it's mind-boggling. But you see it not just in the online world. I mean, we're seeing people right now who are like spitting at people to try to like, I'm going to make you sick, or yelling at people that they're nurses, that they're fake. I mean, I'm recording this right now during the whole coronavirus thing, so just to put this in context if you're watching it later. And it baffles me why anyone would do this. Why would anybody be like so mean and cruel to people in the real world and online? But it's happening. And I really think, again, it goes back to the person doing it. Like the person that's doing that, I don't know what psychological place you would have to be at to do those kind of things. And to type to somebody on the other side of the world that they should like do harm to themselves, and that they are, worthless, and to try to make someone feel terrible. I don't know what kind of place that person has to be coming from. But I do feel really terrible. There's people online who have provided wonderful, amazing content, only to have, again, a small minority, but still have people say these terrible things to them. And it makes people not want to share. It makes people not want to give. It makes people want to quit. And some people have quit because of it, because they're like, why do I need this in my life when I'm providing free content to people out there? So it's definitely understandable. I've been, like I said, fortunate enough to not get those things. If you're one of those horrible people and you type something like that, I'm going to delete and block you, quite frankly. Probably report the comment as well. So, just like don't bother, also get help. You're sad. You obviously are a very sad and sick person, so get some help. But, it is troubling that there are people out there that do those kind of things. So I understand why some people quit and why some people definitely pull back. And it also, as Katie Flowers pointed out, discourages people from providing deep content, as some people have called it, where they're sharing more personal things, or things about like, their mental health journey, or, maybe, some of the trouble things that they've been through, which can really help a lot of people. But unfortunately, we have these people attacking people on a personal level and trying to, really hurt someone. And that's why I think there has been this move towards Patreon, because with Patreon, there's a paywall. And so people that hate you are often not willing to give you even a couple of dollars to go to your Patreon. Like the person that goes on my website, they go on like twice a day. Like it's ridiculous, because it's totally ridiculous and they need help. But they the thing is, like, they're not going to go to my Patreon. They're not going to go to my Patreon and sign up. And so it gives you this freedom to provide more content, to provide deeper content, to share a little more of yourself. And I think what I agree with. Katie had mentioned this, and I think Joey Morris as well, that it does provide sort of a safer platform for people to, engage a little more deeply, provide more content, and it's a little safer, right? It's a little safer. But at the same time, I don't want to stop doing YouTube either. And like I said, I've been fortunate in that I haven't had a ton of these kind of things, which is really great. But it is like a little bit of a safer space. So I do understand why people are moving more towards that platform. The other kind of, like, I guess what's been categorized as a negative comment is people who disagree with you. Now, I have no problem if somebody disagrees with me and they're being polite about it. I leave the comment there. I may respond and debate them. When there's healthy debate, I don't have a problem with that. Where I have a problem is when things start to get where it's like, you're stupid, or like, the stuff that's just like lower. That obviously is negative. But if somebody just disagrees with you and they say, well, I disagree with you and here's the reason why, I don't view that as negative comment. But I think that there is a reluctance amongst people to have those kind of intellectual debates because they're afraid that it'll be viewed as negativity, and also that they'll be attacked by people. So I think that this, some of that has also, what's the word I'm looking for? Not really dumbed down, but people are less willing to engage in sort of more intellectual type discussions and talking about theories and things because they're afraid that, them as the commentator may be viewed as negative when really all they're doing is just debating something that they disagree with. And like I said, if somebody doesn't agree with me, but the response, isn't a put down, isn't like, oh, you're going to hell or whatever, then I'll leave it there. That's totally fine, right? No, we're not all going to agree with each other, and healthy conversation is a good thing. I'm not just going to leave, though, insults up. This is my space. It is free content. And if somebody, insults me or someone else, or they, say something awful, I'm going to delete and block them. That's just the way it is. So, because, it's interesting. It's kind of this balance between, you want people to discuss things, but you don't want people to slide into the personal attack thing. So I think there's some gray areas in that particular area of debate. But like I said, I've been really fortunate. I've received 99% of the comments I receive are great, really engaging. And it always warms my heart when somebody like leaves a comment and stuff. Like it does make you feel good, and it makes you realize like, okay, there are people watching it. So thank you to all of you who've left, wonderful, kind comments, or even comments where you're like, I don't agree with you, but here's why. That's totally cool too. And it lets me know people are engaging, which is awesome. So that's just my thoughts about the whole, negativity and stuff. It comes around every so often, this subject. It's just the nature of being in a community with people and online, I think, that these things happen. So a big shout out to my patrons who are on my Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are awesome and amazing. As always, a big shout out to Jamie, Marie, and Nathan for your support. I appreciate it so much. If you're interested, I am doing a tarot reversal series right now. I just started. So if you're interested in learning how to read reversals in tarot, you can come join me over on the Patreon. Little plug there. Can't you see? Other than that, you know what? I started doing a newsletter where it's updates on astrology. So I know that's not like everyone's cup of tea, but if you're into it, my plan is to send out a weekly newsletter with astrology updates for the week. So you can, and that's totally free on my website. Sign up for free. You can totally do that. So that's what's going on. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know, what are your thoughts about it? What do you think? Have you ever felt afraid to comment on something online, or afraid to put stuff out there because of trolls? Let me know what you think. Let me know what your experience is. I love you all. And as always, peace and love and rock.